Okay, it's April 6th, 2019. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Maybe it might happen again. I'm gonna check the video and see if I hear it while I'm talking. Anyway, um, yes, I've been looking on the internet at a lot of targeted individuals before. Like I knew I was a targeted individual, but I could go back 20 years and you hear it? Of my life and know that I was a targeted individual for a long time through memories. But before I know, I will always go through these things during the summertime and January. Start in January, the beginning of the year, and it would die down, and then it would arise like in the summertime, mainly towards when the kids were getting out of school. But since I lived, I don't know if you can hear that. But since I've lived here in this apartment, this SUS program, um, it was times when I used to try to barricade myself in this apartment. And I would put things, the couch near the door, sleep on it, just in fear that somebody was going to come in here when I was sleeping. I used to fear to go outside because they used to be like, oh, you come outside, they was going to shoot me. It was a sniper watching me. Um, a lot of these symptoms that I see well, just one particular TI, it has struck some memories of things that I have been through before I knew that I was a target individual. Um, I used to go through a lot of situations where I always just felt fear for my life. I hated to get on the subway because you said that it's like a street theater, but I guess it was in the subway too. And it was always like a camping trip or a bunch of kids, and they would always say things, and adults would say things, or like you said, it's the neuromonitoring is not them, because everybody I always knew didn't participate in this because some people were just staying here, but a lot of people did participate in, and they would always want me to get to the point where I was angry, and it was always wanting to fight. Which one day I did give in, and I ended up in the jail, and the gang stalking, the fake telepathy continued in the cell. And they did it for about 12 hours. When they took me to the bookends, first they left me in a cell. It happened around 10 o'clock. I didn't get out of the the jail whole system until I think maybe 1 in the morning, just before the court closed. And I heard all of this normal broadcasting going on while I was in the cell. I really didn't understand it, but I tried not to break myself down. Um, like today, I was on the YouTube pretty much all day looking around at TIs and some other things that I like to look at on YouTube. And they want me to look at TV for some reason. Like TV. Oh, I haven't, because I haven't watched the news. You hear that? Fire trucks. They usually are around periodically. I guess they do their theater too. I always wonder, like, okay, there's no fire. Why is there a fire truck just sitting at the side of the road? Right? Just weird stuff. That was some memory that I had to think of because I had this old job. I used to work at what's the name of the job? Fresh Direct, right? This is like in 2017. This when I know that something was really wrong with me working. um working there. They try everything in their power to get me to quit my job. I mean, actually lose my job, but I ended up quitting my job. This is after coming from a previous job that I had worked, and it was a pattern. I worked that job for a while, and then it was like after a while, everybody just started acting strange and yelling and all kind of crazy stuff, and just making me feel uncomfortable and nervous and frustrated and frightened to come to work. That was at the job previous to the Fresh Direct job. It was a temp job at it was like a makeup company where you had to like gather orders for people that were purchased from the company, and they were shipped their package, so it was like a shipping. So I actually rolled past there recently because I actually missed my job. I wanted to. They moved from Queens and they went to the Bronx, and I remember the day when I quit my job. I remember my key card wouldn't work, and my supervisor, he said, they need to stop playing with you. So I guess that he knew about the gang stalking stuff, but he couldn't say anything, or unless he'd be targeted too. But to make a long story short, I rode past there recently, because I was just coming from up in Manhattan or the Bronx or something, because I had got some traffic tickets and I went to go. Once I got off the bridge, I took the 59th Street Bridge. So you have to go through Queens to get to Brooklyn. So I just go the back street, and the back street actually is towards the way I used to work, the Fresh Rack. So it was just so funny, like how you just heard the firefighter truck coming by. And I'm driving past the old job, and it's like a desolate area over there. And it's like, I look to the left, and I just see a fire truck just sitting there with a whole bunch of fire people in there. Like, and there's no fire around or anything. Like, they just chilling. The same thing happened the other day, but they actually was going to the supermarket. I always see them a lot at the supermarket around the corner, and they would always be like a derogatory word, which is HOE. If anybody knows what that means, let me spell it out. When I would see them, it was like the Nora monitoring was going on there, broadcasting or street theater, and I would always be harassed and called a HOE. So I don't go to that supermarket around the corner no more either, because I went around there a lot of times, and they used to say, my home was being invaded. I would be at the checkout. The checkout girl would say it. You know what I mean? One time I remember a couple behind me called me that derogatory word that I just said, the HOE. And she says, "Oh, you shouldn't say that to her." And this is after years of me living around here. He was like, that's wrong. Um, so, and then when I talk about my health care, when this same job, when I lost this job at SUS, there was like a big event going around in front of the supermarket. And I came outside, and they were playing music, and it was like a street thing going on, and it was like sign up for Fidelis healthcare and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, I didn't pay no mind because I had my healthcare. And then to flash forward, 2019, I guess like they say, they have to plan this stuff. So it was a whole host of events happening in my life, far as me having money situations toward, because I had lost my job. So I didn't really have money like that, which is the whole goal. The end goal was for me to lose my job, but I just quit because I was so, every time when I went there, it was just so crazy with these people. I went to the bathroom one time. They cut the lights off in the bathroom, and then the girls there, I didn't really get along with them. Anyway, this video is going too long. I'm just trying to discuss a little bit. And then the flash forward in 2019, it's like now I'm having all these problems with trying to get health care for myself. I called down there. They tell me Fidelis, the same company that they were signing everybody up for in the neighborhood around here. who participate in the street theater. And then they like, no, you don't have health care with us. I called down. I called to try to get like paid health care because I have like a little job right now. And they tell me, oh no, you have the Medicaid. And I have not yet called the Medicaid people. Because I went down there and they told me once I had a fair hearing because they was cutting me off because I had a job. And I told you they used the Obama Act or whatever. So I looked that up and I noticed that, whatever, I make a certain amount of money and it was like some kind of loophole. But, I don't know if I'm going to be able to post this, but I'm going to post it. It's because I don't know how long it's going to go. Because the last time I went up with 20-something minutes, they was like I had to do some other extra stuff. So anyway, to make a long story short about the healthcare thing, the gang stalking goes as far as people that work in government offices, because they gave me the runaround, and ultimately I still don't have health care as of this point. I know about the phone harassment because I've called them over the phone and they have told me I have health care. I went down there and they looked in the computer and said I didn't have health care. So the whole initial plan with this, like a lot of TL say, is to make you look crazy, like something's wrong with you, you don't fit into their society. I want to see if you could hear that sound outside because I get that a lot. This started in 2016 where I will always hear that, and it was always in March, April. And I guess that's a part of the noise campaign. All right, well, I don't want to talk too much or whatever. So all my TIs out there, stay aware, stay alert. I'm just sitting here trying to relax on this Saturday day. It's beautiful outside. I should be enjoying outside, but I'm just relaxing today because maybe I don't feel like dealing with the street theater today. And I didn't even find the screw so that I could get the smell from coming out the air vent yet. I'm still looking around. I can't find it. That was another thing that was with my gang stalkings when I go to stores, and somehow I guess through the remote neural monitoring or the people that have me on remote neural monitoring would hide things, or the store would run out of stuff that I was in particularly looking for. That was another thing, a tactic that I was being gang stalked from. So yeah. Enjoy your Saturday. It's beautiful here in New York and Brooklyn. I'm gonna cool out, try to catch a little Z's or whatever. Later.